Some days ago on Daybreak Hits. Now, in response to this, here is Nana Esihine, who claims creatives also have the right to promote the Ghana culture. He explains more.
If I go to Kakum Park and I want to film there, and Kakum says pay 200 cedis or $200 or $300, and usually the rates are there for children, for foreigners with cameras, for locals with cameras. Those are systems to put in place. For somebody to release a video, they should have gone through that process and paid already. So after paying, if you say that thing has to be pulled down, then it means that is actually detrimental to this whole agenda of promoting things. The base rules of paying for these little things has been done already or is being done, and nobody has a problem with that. Is one, just being a Ghanaian and exposing his culture, which actually means that he is doing the work of what the folklore board is supposed to do. So essentially, the folklore board should actually support such people. Do you understand? Instead of saying that he should go and see the folklore board, and if it comes to the word, that video should even be pulled down. Because then what you're doing is you're putting impediments in the way of Ghanaians to be themselves. Because all we have is our culture. Maybe before hip life, we're all listening to R&B, etc. But then after hip life, we all realize that there is something about our culture that we need to promote. Therefore, all art fields are promoting culture, which is essentially the way we live. Which means that the National Folklore Board is leading us, and we are also doing our bit. So there shouldn't be a backlash from, or there shouldn't be it intentional or not. There shouldn't be impediment in the way of any creative to do something that is promoting or that is aligned with what the Folklore Board does.
Right, so that was Nana Esihine. Now, to put the issue to rest, legal practitioner and member of National Folklore Board, Madam Sarah Noko Anko, was invited to clarify the state of what the laws say about copyright infringement with regards to this matter.
The information I have about this particular story you are talking about is that the author or the person who created that video that is being used by the GTA, assets are being used by the GTA, is the one who is claiming infringement on his rights. And to that particular issue, I would say that if the GTA did not seek the permission or the prior consent, whether the GTA has infringed on our rights as a state by not seeking permission from the folklore board. Yes, it's a long line that we have to go through to get to how it all started, who used what and who infringed and who. I could say that if you are publishing something without authorization, you are definitely infringing on certain rights along the way. So this right, yes, the copyright of that person who created the video, we're looking at the folklore, of course, that is being used, but we'll have to look at it, analyze the case, and determine where the liability is for.
All right, so as and when any updates comes with regards to all of this, we'll definitely share here on Hits News. At one, how some close associates who deserted him when he was down with an illness that nearly took his life. He reckoned that it is a big miracle to be alive and witness his 58th birthday, which was marked on September 29 this year. A blessing he doesn't take lightly. In a video shared on Lumba's YouTube channel, he thanked God for saving his life and also explained how he birthed his 2011 hit single, Yene Was Serekwa, which translates into English as humans as hypocrites. Let's hear him.
But now my mom said, why are you a friend of Gaby? I said, yeah. You know, I mean, we are Chino. I said, I'm a little bit over 10 years now. So, what if you are only in Papa Kwana Mikaise? So, come on, we have a media, I'm sure, says, I bring you. But I remember something who said, why are you friendly here? You know, when you're all one afternoon, dear, I'm not something to do my brother. And she said, sometimes, so now. my area, very almost 5 years I made that demo. Menyanti Ubia. I say, no, 70 now in TV. We 70 man, you know, what's also was a music answer. And I young to 4 there. Yeah, what that, why did they are, I could be a rubber. And she, Mammy, no. I remember someone sat down and I'm a brother. Me see any perfect. Say, yeah, no.
Right, so that was Daddy Lumba, but he also spoke about his new radio station, which he intends to use as a platform to explain the meaning of most of his songs and other activities.
New FM station, DLFM 106.9. Not label. Say, if I said, mini management plan. Every weekend, at least every Friday, make me a meeting with the fans. Now, make me a booster questions be about all the songs that Maya. Nothing every week they are giving me song back. And make sure you from the medical the on one decay idea in human section, the brain, the amount of food. The brain, you know, correct, but the brain, so yeah, not at to slick at that. And the medicine, Nama Ayon, nothing much, yes, I know. Maybe I will say, I am on science.
Right, so that was Daddy Lumba right there, of course, explaining and then hoping to do explanations for most of his songs on his radio station. Moving on, remember we are also live on Facebook as well. Now, CEO of Image Bureau, George Quay, has opened up on how much it costs for putting up the... He was happy patrons who came to watch laughed at. But he will put up the show again if he gets the funds too, and said it cost him $20,000 to put it up.
So if you ask how soon I intend to do it again, it's a question of how soon will I find the funds to be able to pull the people together. If you can find the funds, because to do this without sponsorship is going to cost Image Bureau and April Communications pretty big. You can see the cost, it's very expensive. The publicity, the billboards, the online, the press, everything that has been done is so expensive, and we try to give Ghana the very best. So I honestly do not know how soon I can do it again, but we pray corporate Ghana buys into that idea and gives us some money to be able to do it again.
Now, it takes me to my next question, which a lot of people don't like to answer, but I'll ask you anyways. Can you put a number to how much has gone into this play, Run for Your Wife, from beginning till maybe around 9 p.m.?
If I should value every single investment made so far, give and take, I can say we've spent almost 200K cedis, not dollars. So that's about 20,000. A little over $20,000. So that, about 200, 250K, thereabouts, give and take. And that is so because I have been paid for all the media that we've had. It probably would have been more, but I've had a solid family like the multimedia group support us. Media group supported us, and then we had a lot of online engagements, and a couple of friends in the media, press, online and stuff also support us. The dailies, so we've been lucky. Probably would have cost us a lot more. So.
Right, so that was George Quay, but entertainment critic, that's Arnold Asamoah-Bedi, for the first time was seen on stage in the play Run for Your Wife, which was a collaborative effort by Image Bureau and April Communications. Finding out what inspired him to get on stage, he attributed it to Na Ashoko.
Well, first of all, it was Na Ashoko who proposed the idea to, but she was not convinced, so she went to talk to George. So George came back and then asked me about it. I said, listen, I'll do it. And so for me, I felt it was another opportunity for me to showcase something. I mean, yes, I've been on radio, TV, writing here and there. I thought this gave me the opportunity to, first of all, exhibit another skill, Number two, most importantly, so appreciate what these guys go through or have been going through over the years, from production to crew to the cast. And I've learned a lot from this experience, seriously.
Right, so of course that was Arnold Asamoah Bedu, but I'm sure you'd also want to know why or how Nashoko got to even know that Arnold Asamoah Bedu could act. Let's hear from her as well.
Well, I've always been very curious about Arnold. He's quite mysterious, and I thought that he could.
Scouting, what do you think?
Including a trip to Qatar and fuel vouchers. You could even walk away with the grand prize of 250,000 cedis in cash. A cost or Betway. Enter today at betway.com.gh. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Betway, for the love of the game. A very big thank you to Nana Kwame Labi, Arnold aka BA to you, Nuala Karen Yali, Fly Nima Boy.